These are just some of the people who have gotten paid grants after watching our videos. $40,000, $10,000, $15,000 in rental assistance. Stop. In this video, I'm going to show you a $500 grant opportunity for which you can and should apply in as little as 60 minutes. We have grant opportunities for homeless people, for people who need help with their rent and mortgage payments, for disabled people, for veterans, for students. Ladies and gentlemen, we have grants for everyone, and I have included links to the information resources and application portals to grants for everyone on our spreadsheet that you can find by subscribing to our newsletter at bit.ly/Neal, that is Neal, ROD. I'll include a link to the subscription page, to the landing page where you can subscribe to our newsletter in the video description below and in the top pinned comment. We've got the small business resources tab, so you can learn how to tap into all the resources available to you for you to start your small business, because you have to remember, if you live in this country, the whopping majority of all businesses are small businesses. 32,540,953 to be exact, constituting 99.9% of all U.S. businesses, employing half, 48% of the U.S. workforce. So come join the club, because you have to remember the whopping majority of these small businesses, in other words, 26,485,532 small businesses, are what the small business refers to as non-employer firms, meaning each of those non-employer firms is a business that is operated by one person. You could start those right now. How can you do so? Go ahead and take your used items. For instance, take a look at this FUBU jacket I purchased like about 20 years ago. I probably paid about $300 for this thing. Go ahead and take a look on eBay right now for how much it goes to. Look up vintage FUBU leather jackets. First off, whenever you're looking to sell something on eBay, for instance, go ahead and scroll down and look at all the items that have been sold right here. So you got vintage FUBU, dirty South leather, look, $149. You've got one that's just like this one, but in red nonetheless, $150. I saw one that went for $300 right here. You could just flip it, and once you are selling items on eBay, you are generating non-W-2 filed income. Thus, you are operating a small business, even if you're just depositing it into your personal account. Now, you want to get more formalized so you can qualify for credit, for business credit. Go ahead and file your LLC. I did it with a little over $100. You guys know the story. If you've been watching my videos, with a little over $100, I registered my LLC in Florida because I have a residence out there. I'm about to do it again. And through that, I was able to qualify for finance and all kinds of finance. You want to learn about that? Go ahead and click the subscribe button by clicking the subscribe button and clicking the bell notification to stay on top of everything that I encounter, and by subscribing to our newsletter at bit.ly/Neal, that is N as in November, E as in Echo, A as in Alpha, L as in Lima, ROD as in Rod Squad, not Raw Bass, not it takes two to make a thing go right. ROD, Neal, ROD. Got a link to it in the top pinned comment, where you will find access to all of the free resources that I distribute through this channel. And I'll also tell you how to do some of this stuff so you can qualify. Let me know in the comment section below if you want to see videos how to do that, because now I'm linking to that video where I am telling you how to boost your credit score in as little as 30 days, above the 740 mark, where you can qualify for the best credit offers, for the best financing, the lowest costs of capital, lowest interest rates, by you keeping your credit utilization ratios low. Go ahead and watch the video at the end of this video. I'll keep it linked, and you can also find it in the top pinned comment, because we got to get into that because it's a lot more secure. Again, you and I know these grants are very competitive. For instance, the one I'm talking about today, $22,500 right here for the Zero Beautiful Business Contest. First, you get $15,000 for an office refresh. Now, if you take a look at the rules right here, you see the 15 grand right here. For those of you who think I'm capping, look, they're giving it out. They're giving it out. All these organizations, they give out this money. Now, All of this stuff is competitive, of course. But listen, I have resources there so you can learn how to sell items, so you can qualify. Again, watch my video on building your credit so you can qualify for business financing. That as long as you perform certain steps, you've got good credit, you can personally guarantee your own business and receive all kinds of financing to do whatever it is you want. And if you want to see a video on that, go ahead and let me know in the comment section below, okay? They're not contests. You simply perform the steps to qualify, to be able to demonstrate that either you have the credit, the personal credit, or your business has the revenue to justify you getting loans. So this is for a grant nonetheless, for which you do not pay back, not financial advice. Again, simply what I am doing. Again, look, go ahead and perform fine real quick. Boom, $2,500. Look, see, everything that they give you. 30-minute consultation with design influencer SD Stanley have a collective retail value of $22,500. If you've been watching any of my previous videos, the last video entitled Grants for Everyone was for the FedEx Small Business Grant Contest of $50,000. If you got a need for this stuff, I was going to release the pitch deck. Nonetheless, I do not qualify for this because at this particular point in time, my business does not need any shipping services through FedEx. So, not for everything. So, as of right now, we don't need it. You got to create a deck. But I've gone ahead and linked you in the Small Business Resources tab right here. First off, here are the responses to other grant programs for which I have applied. Okay, just take a look and you see what are the responses, how I went ahead and put these things together. Now, these are based on my business, not financial advice, simply how I crafted my responses to the applicants' questions. A number of these programs are not like the EIDL, like the government programs that required you to be in business for years in 2019. No, some of these business programs, you can start that right now. You look at the eligibility criteria for the Zero program, and nowhere does it read you had to be in business 6 months ago or a year ago. Nonetheless, the FedEx program, you do have to be in business for about 6 months, right? You had to be in business in 6 months in order to qualify for this thing, which still qualifies for startups, because if you just started your business 6 months ago, you're still a startup, which is why I labeled it a startup grant. Look, $3 $50,000 winners. Now, let's say you don't want to start a small business. I still have resources for you. I still got you. I still got your back, baby. Take a look. First off, the free education tab. All right, let me just go ahead and take a look. These are all grants as well. Ways for you to beef up your skills, to enhance your professional skills so you can provide value to businesses or to any other client that constitutes members of your target market. All right, how to operate Google Ads. This is how I made my bones operating Google Ads. How to do search engine optimization. Let me tell you something real quick. When I had nothing, I was broke as a joke. I thought I was going nuts because I don't know if it was my blood sugar. All I know is that I was completely exhausted every single day. Didn't have any energy. I didn't know what to do with myself. All right, and I had already gone to NYU, got a scholarship after graduating at the top of my class in BMCC. I was like 29, 30 years old, and it was like every day I'd feel exhausted for some reason. I was like, what the hell is going on with me? And I did not know how to sell my technical skills. I was trained as a journalist. Some of the first classes that I took to get myself technologically proficient so I can operate and sell my services, because I became a journalist because I learned how to market online, doing search engine optimization, operating ads on Google and Facebook. But some of the first classes that I took were by visiting this spot right here, the Career One-Stop Centers that you can find practically everywhere in America. And if you can't find it close to you, go ahead and look. So for instance, if I do 11414, where I'm at in New York, Queens Workforce One Career Center, 16825 Jamaica Avenue. I used to go there. My wife used to work at the Payless on Jamaica Avenue, and I used to hit that spot. And I used to take classes on how to operate Excel, to do bookkeeping, develop skills. And then I took those skills to learn how to justify my marketing proposals to businesses. How do I learn how to market? Taking a look at some of the resources available on our spreadsheet that you could find by subscribing to our newsletter at bit.ly/NealRod. One of the links that I have included in the free education, which is probably the most powerful tab on the spreadsheet, is this one right here. Look, the big SEO Reddit community for SEO, search engine optimization. Search engine optimization is the practice of you configuring a website so it stands the best chance of appearing for targeted keywords. So if you sell gaming tables, you stand the best chance of having your website appear for queries of keywords, including but not limited to gaming tables near me, gaming tables in Texas, gaming tables in Dallas, gaming tables in Los Angeles. If you sell gaming tables, if you have a trucking business, trucking company in Houston, trucking company in the Bronx, wherever, in order for you to appear for queries, searches of those targeted keywords for your website to appear so people can contact you and basically buy your services, you have to perform what is called search engine optimization naturally. Now, you want faster results? We got a resource for you as well. Look, because this takes some time. You've got to go ahead and develop content for your website. You got to remember, every page of content, I've said it time and time again, constitutes another door to your store on the web. It's a whole new age, not just you having one brick and mortar spot with one door. Take a look at the Google ads right here. I was taking these classes while my wife was giving birth to my first son. Google ads, learning how to get certified to operate Google AdWords. I would perform the exercises and take the tests while I was on the train, commuting from Manhattan to Queens. I was doing this time. You got to put the work in to enhance this right here. This is the only thing that's going to stop you from becoming a victim. You are not a victim. Not in this country. This is the most powerful country on the planet. So there is no way. Right now, let's say if we were in ancient times, this is the Roman Empire, this is the Egyptian Empire, the 2022 version. So the mecca of capitalism, the fastest way to tap into all the resources available to become part of that empire and to tap into everything that's available to you is by starting a small business. Now, if you don't want to start a small business, and it doesn't matter, like whether you're disabled, whether you're home, regardless of what, there are people with no arms. They've got businesses and they have things in operation. There's a guy in Colombia, I wish I had the video in front of me right now, has no arms. He changes tires with his legs. No excuse. There's a guy that does not have any legs, and he's like, I think he runs like a 40-yard dash, the fastest on the planet. He's in the Special Olympics. Gets all kinds of publicity everywhere. No excuses. No excuses. Don't feel bad for yourself. Get your dopamine levels out. You've got to force yourself to perform these actions. The work, the help is available to you, regardless of whatever position you are in. Now, if you are a veteran, look, these are some sources of capital. Airdrops, crypto form. We haven't beefed up this page as yet. Nonetheless, it's all in development. How to fix your home, okay? They've got all kinds of things right here. How to file your LLC. Gotta remember, I filed my LLC with a little over $100 in the state of Florida. You can do it in any state. There are businesses that'll do that service for you, right? Zen Business is one that I'm exploring, doing it for my wife's business. She's just starting a balloon decorating business, and she's learning all this stuff. We're investing into her education right now so she could do it. And then we got to beef up her credit to ensure she gets all the business credit and everything. And I could show you how to do all this stuff. Just subscribe, bit.ly/Neal Rawdon. Click the subscribe button and click the bell notification to stay on top of everything I encounter so you can find this stuff. Free education tab. Look, you want to learn how to do cybersecurity, how to be Google Workspace Learning Center, start learning practical digital skills, because listen, it's not all about the cash. Cash to a certain point is trash. You got to take that cash regardless of what. Even if you get a $50,000 grant and you're not making over $200,000 a year, then you need to be investing in your education. So tap into the free education resources available to you on this spreadsheet and anywhere else that you could find the information that you need to take that next step towards saving and feeding your families to ultimately save this country. Now, I've got other resources that I've listed in the spreadsheet. You want to find help? Go ahead and type in your zip code right here. And let's say we do 11435, Jamaica, Queens, where I'm from, where I was raised right here. 3,110 programs available in the Jamaica, Queens area right here. Category for food, health, housing. So I do food, right? Emergency food assistance. Listen, even before the pandemic, they've always had these one-stop. A number of people tell me, oh, I can't pay my rent, can't pay anything. They've got these one-shot payment programs. My uncle got it like about 2 or 3 times where they gave him like about $3,000 and he paid for his rent. He paid for back rent. Rental assistance is available to you. So look, they got food pantries if you're hungry. Look, emergency services are available to you in this country. There's no excuse for you to go hungry in this country. And if you are going hungry, go to New York. Not for nothing. If you have nothing, because some people, they just write on the comments, I've got nothing. I've got nothing. You want to hear a sob story? I had nothing. Understand what I'm saying? I came from one of the poorest neighborhoods in this country, from one of the poorest neighborhoods outside of this country, where people take taxi cab rides with 3 tires. You got passengers in the back. Gutter like that. You got kids. You barely see kids. I don't see kids here eating food off of the sidewalk. You see that in Colombia. That's where my family is from. Okay? They're from Colombia. I was born in Jamaica, Queens, New York. Nonetheless, I've seen real poverty. I've seen real poverty where you got broken up walls, where you got naked people, homeless, sleeping on the sidewalk. Okay? I've seen it. I've come from it. And I've lifted myself out of it through the information, by teaching myself. Teach myself. That's what I keep on telling you. Don't be a victim. You are not a victim, especially in this country. Not in this planet's empire. No. Do not accept it. Do not accept it. Get on the phone. Call your congressman if you have to. Look. These are other places. Look. You go to find. Look, first off, this is where I made my bones. Search engine optimization. How to configure websites so they have the best chance of appearing for queries of targeted keywords. Right here. They got a full guide right here on Google. Google wants you to do this so they can have a higher quality experience for its users. Big SEO. They're always writing case studies on how they've been successful, other professionals. Look, benefits.gov. Again, you're in emergency mode, hit benefits.gov. Rental assistance. Take a look. I performed a quick query so you can take a look. There's still money out there for this stuff. Look, emergency rental assistance program. I've told you about it time and time again, up to $25,000 in rental assistance. Some of you have told me that you've gotten rental assistance after watching videos on this channel, after tapping into the resources that I've listed in the rental assistance tab. Let's go ahead and take a look for it real quick. Right here, rental assistance tab. I've got resources for every state. New York City, which is probably a state all in itself. California, Texas, Florida, Georgia, Atlanta, North Carolina, Arizona, New Jersey, Mississippi, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Hawaii. Listen, if I'm going too quickly, subscribe to our newsletter. https://bit.ly/Neal Rod. The links are down below. And you have access to all these resources. Now, I don't charge you a dime. Look what this dude is saying. The housing commissioner from Minnesota, that she thinks there is enough money in the rental assistance program to cover up to a year of unpaid rent for approved applicants, but that no additional assistance will be available. They want to cut it off. Not enough people are applying for it. If you need this stuff, go ahead and do it. You want more of a sure thing? Look how easy. There's the last example I'm going to show you right here. Look, AirPods. I've got left or right AirPod because I lost my first generation AirPods. Got a new pair nonetheless, but I lost one. And look, take a look. First off, whenever you're acquiring something on eBay, do this. Scroll down to the left-hand side. Pasta. Scroll to the left-hand side. All right, so anyway, part of my, yeah. All right, sold, bang. Click sold items right here. See sold items? Now, we can go ahead and take a look. I've got only one. I think I'm missing the case as well. I'm not sure if I have the case, but I believe I only have one. And I was about to dump it when I was performing a move the other day, right? But take a look. Let me see. Right here, look. They're selling one. Genuine AirPod Pro left only. $57. I've got the first generation. $57 for this. These are newer generations. Apple AirPod, the box only. Look, even the box goes for $3.99. Come on. Look, $27. It was going for second generation. I think that's the one that I have, the second generation right here. It went for $27. I was going to dump it. And I'm like, let me dump it. And I looked it up. It was $50 at the time. What I'm thinking of doing, my plan, maybe just like one of my clients, is just hold that stuff down because I keep on saying that I'm going to do it. And I'm always buying stuff in Marshalls, etc. And to see if I flip it. And what I'm going to do is once I potentially retire, decide not to do anything anymore because I got so much other opportunity. I got to build content for this channel to help as many of you as possible. Once I retire, I'll probably just go ahead and take a look. Once I got nothing to do, but I always have something to do. I don't know. So we'll see. Probably do it myself. Take all the stuff that I got old comic books, all this other stuff, tens of thousands of dollars of stuff that I don't use anymore, and just flip it. You can do the same thing. You've got the resources available to you. Watch the video on the screen right now so you can learn how to boost your credit score in as little as 30 days.